Hey guys, welcome back to The Educated Barfly. I'm your host, Leandro Di Manriva, and today I'm going to come at you with a somewhat obscure classic cocktail called an Aviation, which was actually one of our viewers requested, and I thought it was a really good idea. The reason why I thought it was a really good idea is because it's kind of an obscure cocktail that any really knowledgeable cocktail bartender will be able to make for you, but it's a very polarizing drink and it's very hard to get a good one by most accounts. So I thought that you guys would really enjoy it. So the Aviation was created in 1916 by Hugo Ensslin, who was the head bartender of the Hotel Wallick in New York City. And it was at that time, up and through the 20s, considered what was called a bartender's handshake. So if you guys aren't familiar with what that is, a bartender's handshake is something that bartenders are in the know about, and it's kind of an obscure thing so the general public doesn't necessarily know about it. So for instance, bartenders taking shots of Fernet in the bar, that's called a bartender's handshake. So if you went into a bar in the 1920s, anywhere in the world, because I guess this was a very famous cocktail of its time, and you ordered this cocktail, then you would be, the bartender would immediately mark you as someone that really knew what they were talking about. All right, let's get into the cocktail because because I know you guys are really hot to drink it. So what we're using for this cocktail is gin. You want to choose one that is very citrusy. And, you know, it can have some juniper, but not super heavy on the juniper. Lemon juice, maraschino liqueur, which is cherry liqueur, Italian cherry liqueur, kind of dry. Creme de violette, the most polarizing ingredient in this cocktail. This ingredient kind of gives it a medicinal quality and not everybody loves, but the people who love this cocktail are really fanatical about it, I would say. And then we're also going to be using an OXO jigger. The reason why is because it has a 3/8 of an ounce pour, and we want to do 3/8 of an ounce is half of 3/4, and this cocktail calls for that measure, and it's very difficult to pour out half of 3/4 in something like this where it only goes from half to 3/4, and then eyeing out 3/8 it's just, you know what, you're not going to get a consistent pour every time. And I'm very, very much all about consistent pours. I think that's the most important thing. Okay, so let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to do is 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, and we're going to pour that into our tin. Then we're going to do 3/8 of an ounce of the maraschino liqueur, and then we're actually not even going to have to dump this in because we can just go another 3/8 to bring that up to 3/4 of our creme de violette, and then 2 ounces of gin. Super simple. I'm going to move this over. Unfortunately, this jigger only has 1.5 on one side and 1 ounce on the other side, so we're going to have to do the gin twice. But that's okay. That's fine. There we go. Put this down. Add our ice. Lock our tin. We want to make sure that it's on a soft surface, and we want to just really hit it to lock it down. And then you'll notice that it's locked when you can do that with it. All right, and then we're just going to shake it. I like to get all the little excess in the glass, and then, especially because we're using not the coldest, and we're using high quality ice, but it's not like cold draft ice, we're going to double strain the cocktail. You want to make sure, wow, it's a nice pour. There you go. And then last but not least, ooh, that's a little full. Sorry, guys. It's a little bit full. Kind of a little bit of dilution. Delicious, though. And then last but not least, you got your Luxardo cherry, which I like to use. You can also use Amarena cherries. I like Luxardo a little bit better. And there you have it. The Aviation cocktail.